the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And Memphis is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Grizzlies will be going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Looking at the last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Bulls at United Center. They suffered a blowout loss, trying to leave that one in the rear view and focus on the game at hand. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Lots
of ups, let me write that one down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon,
not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq-Stradamus.
Shaq-Stradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons ago.
I've
never heard
and you're
that
acting
before.
like it's your original thought.
It is my original
I've never heard that
before. It's not a marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get away.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh.
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
Ah.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it, though.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
A beautiful evening in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Our setting tonight, the FedEx Forum. We're going to bring you an interconference matchup in this one as the Cavaliers come from Cleveland to play this one. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. And the news here, Tristan Thompson won't play. The injury keeping him out.
Kevin, he went down that last game, and he's not available tonight. But from the injury report, doesn't look like he's going to miss an extended period.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, for decades we have seen elite big men dominate in the paint, but with more and more threes, they now have to cover a lot more ground defensively. So a few executives think the center position may undergo some downsizing in the years to come. Kevin?
Foot speed at a premium. David, as always, thank you. As we reach the halfway point in the season, Steve, how much does a team's depth start to play a part?
It plays a lot. I mean, if you have lack of it, then you start to see the guys that needed some rest or those nagging injuries, you can't rest them. You got to play them, especially if you're jockeying for position, looking down the road for playoffs. And then the teams who are, I would say, have all the depth in the world, those coaches have it great. They get a chance to pick and choose. They sit some guys. I know the league doesn't like that, and they get a chance to start some other guys. They manage minutes and manage injuries very well when you have a deep team.
And it's going to be the Grizzlies off the tip. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Cleveland, we've got Johnson. Larry Nance out there with Zizic. Then there's Sexton. And it's Osman in at the shooting guard position. Now, here's Sexton. Over in the corner, Osman. Zizic kicks to Sexton. Drains it from beyond the arc. Sexton's got the opening basket of the game for the Cavs.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Outside Conley. Six to shoot. Back to Temple. Out to Conley. Cavaliers with the rebound.
0 for 3 now in the early going, just a little bit out of sync.
Sexton shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And, of course, Colin Sexton. His college team once had to finish a game with only 3 players.
Yeah, he scored 40 that night. I mean, almost led him to a victory. He loves to play under the bright lights, brings great energy and enthusiasm every night.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And Colin Sexton, when it comes to scoring, the man shows you a little bit of everything.
Loves to drive it, loves to attack inside, improving his consistency from range. But what I love about him is the aggressiveness. This guy is always in attack mode.
And he makes both free throws.
And you see the speed, the athleticism, and scoring ability of Sexton. Special. A guard with a fantastic skill set and loads of potential.
Now here is Conley. 23 points for him the last game against the Lakers. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Sexton the pass to Nance. Here's Zizic. Johnson surveying the floor. That shot misses. Great D that time from Green. Down low. Ball's knocked loose. Now here's Sexton. He has 5. Nance outside. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Over Anderson. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. To the inside. Here's Jackson. And good that time. Jackson's got his second basket.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Osman kicks to Zizic. Here's Sexton. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. The shot's good from Zizic. And the Grizzlies with possession here. It's a 5-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
Well, you have to have an aggressive mindset, and you have to try to disrupt their rhythm.
3 on the clock. Temple. No good from outside.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Now, here's Sexton. Covered by Conley. Sexton with it. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Inside. Here's Zizic. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
First quarter, you're really testing the defense, trying to find their weaknesses.
Now here's Conley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
A very capable shooter from long range. The threat of Conley's quickness gives him space to get it off.
Sexton with it. Covered by Conley. Johnson kicks to Sexton. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Down low. Lets it fly. Conley's shot is off.
That was against good defense. He tried to sneak it in, though. We've seen him do it plenty of times.
3 on 3. Jackson has the open look and misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Osman. We saw him with 10 points last game. No good from Zizic.
Fantastic rim protection. That's not in his wheelhouse to overcome.
Johnson against Anderson. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
A high percentage look for Kyle. Has the size and length to be a factor inside.
Osman the pass to Zizic. To the wing on the left. Now Sexton. He has 5. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Jackson. And that misses badly. Air ball. Memphis trailing here. Launches it. Conley's shot is off.
He's hit a rough patch this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it, though.
And here's Sexton. Over Conley. And another miss by Cleveland. And so Green will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Here's Temple. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Temple's got his first points of the night. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a rhythm offensively.
You know, they say it, defense wins championships. If they didn't have great D in that game, no way they would have come away victorious.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Here's Osman. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Sexton. From down in the low post, it goes.
And it's great to see Sexton slashing inside with that quickness and athleticism. Boy, he is tough to contain.
Now here is Conley. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Green. And off the glass. That one's good.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
Sexton with it. He has 7. And Nance kicks to Johnson. Over Anderson. Rebounded by Jackson. For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Conley surveying the D. Outside, Green. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Green. And now it's a 3-point Grizzly lead.
No way to contest Conley on the catch and shoot. He's so fast at getting his shot off.
Sexton with it. Jackson on him. Sexton's shot is good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Timeout, timeout.
Steve, while he was interim head coach last season, J.B. Bickerstaff certainly won over the players' approval.
Marc Gasol said he's done a tremendous job with the tools he was given and with what he was allowed to do. Mike Conley simply stated he deserves this job. The Grizzlies brass was impressed enough that they didn't conduct a coaching search.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Green. Caspi comes in for Anderson. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Garrett Temple. And it's Harrison in for Mike Conley. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Channing Frye's checked in for Nance. Hood comes in for Joe Johnson. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Jetty Osman. And George Hills subbed in for Sexton.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Hill kicks to Clarkson. To the middle. Here's Fry. And Fry slams it in.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Memphis leading. To the inside, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Well, you leave a guy that open with Parsons on the floor, and you know he's going to find him.
Hill deciding where to go with it. Clarkson kicks to Hill. Clarkson up top. Brooks covering. A stupendous finish in traffic. Clarkson's got his first points of the night. Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Harrison passes to Jackson. Here's Harrison. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
I like the efficiency here. 3 out of 4 shooting, just taking what the defense gives him.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Hood. Kicks it to Hill. Floats one up, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Hill. And with Hill and his defense, perhaps what is best about it is that he can guard Greg both guard positions, and that makes him valuable.
Yeah, and that flexibility gives a coach and his lineup so much leeway. Hill has a great wingspan, about 6'9", and can be very disruptive defensively. Very good at fighting through screens to stick with his assignments as well.
We always hear about the brotherhood of the NBA. Talk a little bit about the unique bond that you NBA players, Steve, share.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that brotherhood is something special, Kevin, because there are guys that's going through some of the same situations you've been through, and especially when you get a chance to talk to some of the veterans. And then the younger guys, when you become a vet, you share all that knowledge. And then what I love about it, that brotherhood, even when you retire, you get a chance to still keep in touch, and you see the evolutions of a lot of those players' families. You see their kids grow, and you love to still be a part of that unique situation.
A shot by Clarkson, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Parsons with it. He's picked up by Hill. Parsons finds Brooks. Count it.
And Parsons is just so good at keeping the ball zipping around.
1:10 left to play in the first. Hill passes to Zizic. Clarkson against Brooks. Clarkson bounce pass. Just 5 on the clock. Count it. Hood's got his first 2 points.
Really have to like Hood's decision making. In pick and roll sets, he always makes the right call.
Over to the left wing. Harrison kicks to Green. Back to Harrison. Out to Brooks. Unable to get that one. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Outside Hood. The Grizzlies pull it in. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
It's always interesting. You're not exactly sure what you're going to get, but it'll be fun to see how it plays out.
Harrison scanning the floor. Now Parsons can't connect from short range. And that does it for the first quarter. Memphis out in front, up by 4. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA. He talked about that journey.
The ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able to be consistent enough to be considered a top guard in the league and making myself work that much harder to get my game to a level where I feel that I can compete against anybody in the league. And that's what I'm most proud of, is just being able to withstand that.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, I mean, so many of their points come in the paint that they're running the offense all the way through.
And you know their coach likes it, working for high percentage looks and converting them.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. They've got Jordan Clarkson, Channing Frye out there with Hood. Then it's George Hill, and it's Zizic in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Green, following the score by Rodney Hood. Green kicks to Harrison. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. The Cavaliers 5th.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
The first one falls. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Last year, a devastating season for the Memphis Grizzlies, especially on the offensive end. Dead last in field goals attempted and in field goals made.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. 6 on the shot clock. And no good. Great D that time from Green. On talking about the Grizzlies, part of that low offensive output is that they tend to play at a slower pace.
Typically, the Grizzlies are known for a grit and grind philosophy, and that lends itself to a slow, bruising style of play. Last year, they tried to play faster, but didn't really have the personnel to pull it off.
Now, here's Hood. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Brooks dishes to Parsons. It's deflected. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And here is Hill. 8 points his last outing. Wide open. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Frye.
As a defender, you have to stay in Frye's shirt. Otherwise, all too often, this will be the result.
Now here's Green. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
You know what? I also like how he attacked the glass. Gave a terrific effort in that department.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
What I like about Dillon Brooks, the maturity. Physically, he came in NBA ready, and he already played a lot of important minutes for a great college team.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Anderson, he's checked in for Parsons. Temple comes in for Caspi. And it's Conley in for Andrew Harrison.
One shot, find the lanes.
That one misses for Brooks. Well, Steve, with Dillon Brooks, a second-round pick, his rookie season was a tremendous success.
I agree. He shot the ball well, contributed on both ends of the floor. Really good rotational player, still with a tremendous upside.
To the middle, it's stolen by Green. Outside Conley, right wing. And Temple kicks to Conley. Over Frye. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And for critical calls, we've seen video review used over the last few seasons. Would you like to, Steve, see more or less of that going forward?
I would say less, and the reason why I think it's taken away from the game, the flow of the game, the momentum. I would love to see, kind of like football, we go to a challenge system down the stretch, whether it's 1 or 2 challenges a half, and then after that, if you run out of challenges, you just got to go with what the referee called. Some plays I would love to see reviewable, like whether you stepped on the line, out of bounds, or 2 or 3 for 3-pointers, or goaltending. Other than that, I would love to go to a challenge system.
Excellent idea.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Now, here's Green. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
Conley takes good, high-quality shots. When the defense lays off him, he makes them regret that.
Here's Sexton. 4-point game. Here's Johnson. He can't get it to go. Nice D from Brooks. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And Anderson slams it in.
What we've seen with Kyle Anderson, he's a below-average athlete, but has great timing on his drives.
Now, here's Sexton. Over by Conley. Here's the 3. The shot by Sexton, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Down low, and stolen by Sexton. Out to the right wing. Cleveland moving it around. Stolen by Conley. Here's Temple. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Out to Conley. 6 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. In the corner, it's Temple. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Is on Colin Sexton.
2.
The Grizzlies have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. And both free throws good for Temple. So it's the Cavaliers now, trailing here by 8. Osman, the pass to Sexton. Over Conley. And he overshot that one, missing. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. To the paint. Out to Conley. Just 5 to shoot. Jackson. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists in the game. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Timeout called, Cleveland. Well, we're always talking now about the modern super teams, whether they're a good thing or they're bad for the game. But the counter is that we've always had super teams at one time or another. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think we've always had super teams, Kevin. You look back at the Lakers with Magic and Kareem and Worthy. Those is kind of like a big three. And you look at the Celtics back in the day with McHale, Bird, Parrish, those guys. I think right now what you're looking at is we haven't seen where MVPs go join other MVPs. That's where it's been the change right now. Now you're seeing the super teams. That's why I think it's changed.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
To stop the drought, Brooks grabs the board.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Temple finds Conley. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Fry. The shot comes out. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Inside. Here's Temple. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And Channing Frye gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. 14 foul.
Here's Conley. Clock at 6. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Cavaliers trail by 12. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Sexton has it in the corner. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Memphis has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Nance against Anderson. With the teardrop. Kept alive. Brooks kicks to Conley. Temple the pass to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And the Cavaliers call time here.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Parsons comes in for Brooks, and it's Harrison in for Garrett Temple. And then for Cleveland, Hood's checked in for Fry. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Jetty Osman, and it's Hill in for Sexton. Hood drives in over Parsons. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Back to Conley. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint. And you got to love just how smart of a point guard Mike Conley is. You never get the sense he is forcing anything with the ball and keeps it moving around to his teammates. Very aware of his spacing and the spacing of others while running that offense.
One shot.
And Conley, who is so good with space and timing on offense, seems to always find a way to score inside.
I mean, he has that great floater to lean on for scoring. And the only thing you want from Conley is health. Has had a few too many injuries to ignore the last few seasons. This team is so visibly better when he is healthy and on the floor.
And the Grizzlies leading by 13. So the wing on the left. Left side, Jackson. Conley against Hill. And it's sent back by Hill.
Hill can catch you unaware with his reach. Terrific defensive play.
Pass to Clarkson. Inside. And Nance kicks to Zizic. Shot clock at 6. Pulls up. Hill, no good. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies with another miss. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go.
Penalty situation. His first personal foul.
Memphis has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Harrison kicks to Jackson. Out to Conley. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the triple. Conley's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
Clarkson surveying the floor. The 10-footer. Parsons with some nice D. Memphis leading by 16. 1:15 left now here in the second. Harrison kicks to Conley. Sweet little floater. Conley's got 18 points in the game.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Conley against Hill. There's the dish to Hood. The 3. Here's Zizic. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Conley finds Jackson. Back to Conley. Passes to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Memphis moving that ball around. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
The Cavaliers trail by 19. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Outside Hood. It's stolen. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Duran Lou. Duran, what problems are you seeing out there?
Just we haven't made shots. We just got to relax and we got to keep playing.
Thanks for your time, Duran. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. The first half went really well for Mike Conley. He had 21 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, you live by the 3 and you die by the 3. And today, they're dying. And as cold as they've been behind the arc, they keep firing from deep. What are you doing? I know they got a lot of ground to make up, but they can't continue with this game plan. Not working.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mike Conley.
They're scoring consistently from range. He really lit it up there in the first half.
Yeah, the defense has to adjust, extend out to him in the second half, and that could create a lot of floor spacing.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. Conley out there with Garrett Temple, and it's Green in at the center. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Osman. No good with the triple. Memphis has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Anderson. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Anderson's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Grizzlies. Now, here's Sexton. There's the pass to Johnson. He kicks to Nance. Over Conley. Nance, no good.
Well, this is where he's inconsistent, and that can slow down your team's momentum.
Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Conley left side. On the wing, Green. That one's not going to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Temple. That's tipped. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Here's Osman. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. And Nance kicks to Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Down low. Picked his pocket. Nance outside. Pass to Johnson. Got it. Good job in the low post. Johnson's got his second basket of the game. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Outside Conley. To the middle. Here's Green. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Green's got 6.
JaMychal Green with the height and the bounce to do some damage inside.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Steve, we've heard the phrase speed kills, especially when trying to guard someone with a very explosive first step.
Westbrook, John Wall, Kemba, Kyrie, Isaiah Thomas, Giannis Antetokounmpo, those guys, they get up and down the court. There's so many young guys. Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell. Woo, I wish I had that speed, Kevin.
You did at one time. You did have that speed at one time.
Not at all. Not at all.
And the basket by Johnson.
He turned on the Jets as soon as he got that screen and went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Conley kicks to Jackson. Back to Conley. And there it is for him. Conley's got 23.
Oh boy, when Conley's hot, you need to keep getting him the ball.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Nance, the layup missed.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Now here's Johnson. 6 points for him. Here's Osman. Pass to Zizic. He dishes it to Sexton. Yep, that one goes in there. 11 points in the game.
And the muscle of Sexton, outstanding at just working through the contact and finding a way to finish.
Now here's Conley. Not a lot of room. They double-team Conley to the paint. And another turnover here by Memphis. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything stands out west. You take a look at the Warriors. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, Memphis just need to take it a game at a time.
And, guys, when you look at Memphis, they've made a big leap forward this season. Just being in the playoff discussion marks a ton of progress from where they were at this point a year ago.
This is a much different team now, especially in terms of attitude and effort. They are competitive night in and night out. That is something we weren't saying about this team last year.
The shot's good from Zizic.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, with all the turmoil in the Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Tyronn Lue's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lue, like a lot of coaches, finds that his future in the NBA is always subject to speculation. Kevin?
All right, D.A., thank you. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Jackson.
What about the handles of Mike Conley just straight up toying with the D?
Here's Osman. Sexton with it. And Fry kicks to Johnson. From the wing, Mike Conley grabs the miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The quick look, no good that time.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
Count it. Good. Brooks has got his third basket of the night right there.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Especially at that kind of height disadvantage. You're looking to score the ball or at least draw the foul.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 11. Osman, the pass to Fry. And it's off from three-point range. And the Grizzlies leading by 17. They kick it out to Green. And a miss there on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And now here comes Conley leading the break. Here's Brooks. Good on the 13-footer. Brooks has got 8.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
The reason why a number of guys on this roster, they are built for speed. Why not play to your strengths?
Here's Osman. He's got 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. Parsons checked in for Memphis. Harrison comes in for Michael Conley. Then for the Cavaliers, Rodney Hood comes in for Joe Johnson. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Jetty Osman. Clarkson kicks to Sexton. Fry, good. He's got 8.
The length and athleticism of Fry showing up inside.
Here's Harrison. And it's Brooks in the corner. That three off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Now Clarkson. Zizic passes to Clarkson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
Shoot two, gentlemen.
Free throw good. Clarkson. And with Clarkson as good as he is outside, Greg, he prefers to shoot off the dribble than on the catch.
Yeah, and it's why Clarkson gets labeled a high-volume, low-efficiency guy. Terrific on catch-and-shoot chances. I think if he played more towards his strengths, he could put together a career year.
Caspi, he's checked in for Memphis. He's off on the second.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
Out to Brooks and out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. Well, so important to have three-point shooters that can stretch the defense and open things up. These small forwards have been doing just that over the last month. Fourth, Chandler Parsons.
I mean, these guys are all constant threats on the perimeter. Shooting the three isn't all, though, that they do, but it sure is a lot of what they do.
When the three-point shot is working for one of these fellas, that's when the defense has to be worried, because any of them can get hot from behind the line.
And that one good from Clarkson.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Harrison kicks to Caspi. Parsons outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Parsons got his third bucket of the night.
Parsons with the easy release to drill home the three.
And here's Hood. Pass to Clarkson. And Fry has it in the corner. Clock at 4. That's a 2 from Hood. Second shot opportunity. Fry, good. Fry's got 10.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Here he is doing it again.
Harrison passes to Caspi. Back to Harrison. There's the pass to Parsons. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's called on Channing Frye.
Parsons can be very tricky when he goes at a defender, knows how to draw fouls. And early in his career, Parsons displays so much talent. We know about the injuries. I think everyone wonders what could have been.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And talking about Parsons, one thing he can still do is help you stretch the floor.
Yes, Kevin, he has good size out on the perimeter. A nice shooting touch. Without the same athleticism he used to have, he's had to adapt his game.
Both free throws good from Parsons.
Chandler Parsons gives you a little bit of everything. He can dribble it, he can shoot it, he can pass it. A very versatile player.
And Fry kicks to Hood. Back to Fry. And Fry slams it in.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
So it's the Grizzlies now, following the score by Cleveland. And the basket is good. Harrison's got his second bucket tonight.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Outside Hood, pass to Zizic. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Zizic has got 12 points in the game. And it's Harrison with the ball for Memphis. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And Parsons kicks to Caspi. Back to Parsons. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Hill passes to Zizic. Clarkson against Parsons. Clarkson dishes to Hill. Here's Hood. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Harrison. He's around 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Green finds Caspi. Tries it from the top of the key. That one a little long.
And that's a surprise. He's usually deadly from mid-range.
Hood, the pass to Clarkson. Cleveland moving it around. Back to Fry. And Fry slams it in.
Unselfish play by Hood. Could take it himself, but finds the open man.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here is Caspi. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Pass to Parsons. Green kicks to Harrison. Softly drops in the floater. Harrison's got 4 points this quarter. 9 seconds left here in the third quarter. Outside Hood. Over Caspi. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And it's 6 points for Rodney Hood. And so it's Memphis with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll return shortly. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Memphis leading by 16. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Jordan Clarkson is out there with George Hill. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then there's Channing Frye. And it's Nance in at the 4 slot.
First team foul.
Here's Harrison. Dishes it to Green. They grab their own miss. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harrison's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Grizzlies. Hill dishes to Clarkson. It's back to Hill. Lets the 3 fly. Brooks grabs the board. Brooks has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Parsons outside. Lets it go with the 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
I just hate seeing this, but no need to jump the gun. Let's see what it turns out to be.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Jackson. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dylan Brooks. Here's Fry. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
A little bit of a throwback evening for Fry, scoring at an impressive pace.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Conley finds Parsons. Buries it down low. Parsons got 5 points now in the quarter.
I love how he's been more patient in this second half, shooting only the shots he feels he can make.
Now, here's Clarkson. Outside Hood, lets it go with a three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Parsons got 5 rebounds tonight. Anderson against Hood. Here's Conley, and finished off by Conley.
You won't find many players with the quickness of Mike Conley. He can dice you up.
Outside Hill. Steve, do you think the NBA is heading to a place where ideal lineups will have 5 capable playmakers on the floor, like a more of a positionless game?
Yeah, I think so, Kevin. I think right now teams are trying to find a guy that's 6'7", 6'8", that defensively can play, guys that are larger, and then on offensive end, somewhat a la Draymond Green, can run point guard for you. So I think right now that's the size and skill set people are looking forward to.
Wait a minute, you just described yourself.
The only difference was we had guys that was 7'2", 7'3", 350, so I had to play the guard position.
And Chandler Parsons, a player who's just had some bad luck with injury. Yeah, you think back to when he was at full health and how impactful of a player he was. Still working to get back to that level, but it's been a long journey for Parsons.
Now here's Johnson. Clarkson with the ball. And the call will be against Chandler Parsons. That's his first foul. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Rabs checked in for Green. Brooks comes in for Chandler Parsons. Selden's checked in for Garrett Temple. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Mike Conley. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Decker's checked in for Ante Zizic. Smith comes in for Johnson. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Jetty Osman. And David Nwaba subbed in for Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Decker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And with Parsons, it wasn't that long ago he was a top small forward with his scoring and playmaking.
You know, at one time thought to be the ideal small forward, you know, to give you a little bit of everything on the floor, could get to the rim, could stretch it with the perimeter shooting, and a solid defender. His outside shooting, I think, still there, but the burst that allowed him to get good looks is something injuries may have taken away.
Here's Smith. Grizzlies making the shot. Trains the three-pointer.
Deadly from beyond the arc. JR cannot be left alone.
And here's Mack now. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Brooks outside. Lets the three fly. Nwaba with the rebound. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. To the inside, Korver. Smith kicks to Korver. Now, here's Decker. Defense right on him. Tries again. Nance, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 23. Here's Selden. Passes it to Mack. Anderson outside. The pass to Rab. Here's Selden, covered by Nance. And that one's good. Selden.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Smith with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Pass to Nwaba. Well, the NBA has had 3 referee crews for quite a while. Steve, do you think adding a 4th ref would help in any way?
No, I think it'll get a little bit crowded on the floor. I would love to see, I know they won't go back, I love the 2 referee situation. I look at it right now, referee A calls a call, referee B calls a call. It just feels like referee C has to make the next call or get up far as even with the other referees. I would love to see them go back to a 2 referee situation.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. The Grizzlies making the shot. Here's Nance. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Moment here now for an injury report.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Grizzlies. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. Of course, the schedule is getting extremely demanding at this time of the season, and that injury is only going to make things worse. Kevin?
Thanks for checking in, DA. Injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
And he can't get the first one.
And really, Shelvin Mack is more than a perimeter scorer. He's a good distributor and a great teammate.
Some changes for Memphis. Green, he's checked in for Yvonne Rabb. Parsons comes in for Brooks. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Selden. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Ante Zizic is checked in for Decker. Johnson comes in for Smith. Jetty Osman, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Sexton in for David Nwaba.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Now, here's Sexton. To the paint. Stolen by Anderson. And now Parsons pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Finished off the break. Parsons got 18 points just in the second half.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Johnson inside, working on Anderson. Johnson can't hit.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Parsons. No good that time. Nance with some nice D. Osman kicks to Johnson. Back to Osman. Looking to end the run. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. We know a lot of NBA players take how they've been rated in a video game, Steve, personally. You've made digital appearances during your career. Did you ever have any issues with the rating?
No, I didn't. And I think now these players, I grew up in this generation with video games, so yes, they take it personally. They understand, and they're playing these games while they're in the NBA. So a lot of them, just like when the media is all over them, they want to have a say-so on how good they are, even in a video game.
Caspi, he's checked in for Green. And he's good on the second. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Anderson. A second chance effort, and it's good on the way in. Anderson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Way to convert through contact, Kyle, with excellent body control.
Sexton the pass to Nance. Kicks it to Sexton. Back to Nance. Up and in on the layup.
You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
And that one, good.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now, here's Sexton. Joe Johnston on the wing. Smitty, every so often we'll hear about a team holding a players-only meeting. You've been there, I'm sure. You've gone through that. What exactly goes on in those discussions?
You know, Kevin, when you hear players-only meeting, something's going wrong with the team. And obviously, we meet all the time, but when there's specific, in quotation, a players-only meeting, there's a lot of things that are going wrong with the team, with individuals, with the coaches or general managers. They are trying to find a way to hash it out, and those are never good.
Now here's Johnson over Caspi. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Here's Mack. To the middle. It's stolen by Nance. Here's Osman. And Cleveland again with the bucket. So Mack will bring it up for the Grizzlies. There's the dish to Caspi. Shoots from 12. Offensive rebound. And Parsons gets it to go.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now, here's Sexton. Pass to Zizic. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
NBA wants to keep things competitive, and one way to do that was to make some changes, Steve, to the draft lottery odds. Do you think it'll be enough?
You know, I think it's the right call for them. I think the bottom 3 teams all have the same odds for the top 3 spots now. And it'll be much more even to distribute the odds for the back half of the lottery.
Here's Osman. He kicks it to Sexton. Back to Osman. Now Sexton fires high post. And it comes off the front of the rim. Mack looking around. Passes it to Rab. Now Parsons fires the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Osman's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Tries a 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Osman's got 6 in the quarter. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Mack with the ball. Guarded now by Sexton. And Mack kicks to Parsons. Shot clock at 6. Rab, the pass to Caspi. Over Smith. Another shot, and it's denied. And that's a foul called on Ante Zizic. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Memphis making a change here. Harrison's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Nancy's checked in for Zizic. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
The pass to Johnson. Here's Harrison. Pass to Caspi. Here's Rab. Back to Caspi. 5 on the clock. From deep. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Grizzlies.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Conley.
Boy, it was amazing the level of chaos he caused. Challenging ball handlers, getting into passing lanes, racking up a number of steals that helped demoralize his opponent.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Rab.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
His third personal foul. Penalty situation. Shooting for Memphis. Ivan Rab. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Rab. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Sexton. Feeds it to Nance. Here's Harrison. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. With Chandler Parsons, it looked like the team was really going through you offensively tonight.
I was more than comfortable doing it. I struggled early. I missed a lot of bunnies, missed some open shots, but that's part of the game. You're going to have your up and downs, and I'm just glad I could come through when my team needed me.
It leads to good things going down the road, Chandler. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.